This is part 2 of the Alberta lesson plan for short story writing. Bradley has done some work while the first video was uploading. He is about to finish up his outline. He still has a little bit left. His falling action, his revolution, and he decided to just add a new character. We're going to pause while he finishes the rest of this because I don't see why you need to watch him longer than you already have doing his work. So we're going to pause and come. We have now printed out Bradley's outline. Now the students will all be told to go back to their Story Starters website. Students are allowed to either choose the newspaper format or the postcard format. They are to use their critical thinking to decide which one is best for their specific short story, and they must approve with the teacher and explain why it is the best choice. So Bradley, which is the best choice for yours, newspaper or postcard?
Probably newspaper.
And why would you say newspaper?
Well, because it kind of seems like an important story.
Can you explain that a little bit better?
Because it kind of sounds like a news article.
Okay, that's good. Would you like to have a drawing be able to be put into your newspaper?
Really doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll just leave it there. So now the students have their prompt, and using the outline that they created, they can now officially write their story. I am going to pause while he creates his story, and then we will come back for the finishing steps.
I'm finally finished with writing that article.
Okay, so once you're finished, you can click Done Writing.
I had 316 words.
Now you can add a picture.
Cool.
Obviously, if time does not allow for this, they just should print. But if they have time, they can do a picture. So we'll pause while he does his picture, unless you want it to record. Now Bradley has finished his picture. He can click All Done.
Oh, I know it's playing.
Now you can have the students either download or print. I suggest doing both, that way their work is saved online. We're going to print his. Okay. To end the class, students will, 2 or 3 students who have fully finished the project will read their story. So let's have Bradley read his story.
Big news. Magnificent goblins' boots are found. One summer day in Antarctica, Jeff the Magnificent Goblin's boots vanished. People say that they got spooked or got kidnapped, but Jeff has a different story. He says that one night he let his boots play in front of his igloo. Then all of a sudden, the world went blank. He thinks he may have passed out from doing so much work. Since that happened, the boots must have gone to walk and got lost. Then they tried to get home, but that made them more lost, because they didn't know where their home was. Therefore, they ended up in southern Mexico. Luckily, a good man named Hernan Cortez saw them whimpering at a tree. So he went to find their owner. Then all of a sudden he got an email about a prairie of missing wing boots. In very small print there was a phone number. And it was 354-546-573. Then he caught the boots and called Jeff. Then he flew all the way to Antarctica to return the boots to Jeff. Jeff was very happy to see his boots, and they were very happy to see him.
Nice job.
Yay!
Bradley did a really good job doing the lesson, and as you can see, it is 2 videos which equal about 20 minutes, so that shows that 60 minutes is probably a very good class time. For accommodations for students who are more so advanced, they could be they could do 2 writing prompts with 2 outlines and then choose which one they think would create the best story. And for those struggling, I suggested that maybe they need to more so focus on just doing the outline and not actually getting to writing the story, because basically their outline is their full story. And then to assess, I would assess by reading the stories that they created to make sure that they have all the key points that we talked about in class that make a story. And also for those who did speaking, I would add that in as a speaking assessment as well, because that should always be ongoing with any speaking that students do. All right, thanks.